What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Pet Rock Media coming at you with a tour of my game room, so to speak. Figure I would start with the entering rug that I have here. Picked this up, I believe, at Kirkland's. It was like $6, $7. Pretty cool. The only thing I don't like about it is that it does move a lot, but it does give it that nice effect that you are entering a movie/game room. So I'll start off with over here in our movie collections. Yes, those are VHS tapes. Sometimes people have to do a double take. Yes, they are VHS tapes. Me and my wife are collecting various types of VHS tapes. Excuse me. You'll see everything from Ninja Turtles to classic horror. As I've mentioned before, my wife and I are big classic horror fans. So you'll see King Kong vs. Godzilla, Revenge of the Creature, and Creature from the Black Lagoon. You'll see a bunch of Ninja Turtle tapes. Mostly all, if not all, of the original Star Trek movies. Some old westerns, Lonesome Dove. You'll see some movies down here too. These are the DVD versions of the Lord of the Rings motion picture trilogy. You'll see one of the UFC fighter gloves. These you put on your hands and they're monstrous. There's the other one right there. Some of my wife's lovely artwork. She is an artist. You'll see that there too. It is the world in the shape of a heart. My Silent Hill newspaper, which if you have followed me for a while, you notice this was in my office, my home office at one point when I did a tour. I have it over here in my game room. Poster of Dwight K. Schrute. A Batman the Dark Knight poster that I received when I pre-ordered the movie. A Batman tin poster, in case you haven't realized I am a big Batman fan. There's my Synology, which I did a first impressions video on. If you haven't checked that out, be sure to subscribe and check out my channel. My phone, a couple of games here that we use for the Kinect. Some PlayStation 3 games. I know I've mentioned I'm not a monstrous PlayStation 3 gamer. This is the extent of my collection. And then Tekken Tag. I am a big Tekken fan, so there are a few games that I will play. Killzone, I know a lot of people like it, some people don't. I'm iffy about it. This is a Gears of War remote control car, still in its box. Box is a little beat up, but I got that when it first came out. Some Wii games, some VHS tapes, as I mentioned, Close Encounters, some Batman movies, some Star Wars. Again, some old school horror, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Cocoon, Another Creature of the Black Lagoon. The Star Wars VHS Trilogy Special Edition. And then I also have the original down here as well. Before they started adding all of the special effects and everything else. I actually picked this up at a Goodwill. 25 cents a tape, so I paid 75 cents for this collection. Practically brand new, the tapes. The box has a little wear and tear, but awesome. And if you have not watched movies on VHS, there's something about watching those films that just takes you back, so I highly recommend it. There's some movies there, some more tapes. Some HD DVDs for those of you who can remember that. And then some Blu-rays right there. Pardon the mess. We just recently took this down. This was my original kind of media center desk/stand. But it's getting ready to move to another bedroom. It's going to hold a 40-inch TV. You can see right there, there is a Batman Arkham Origins poster. You can get it out of the glare. My bass guitar hanging. I play bass as well as guitar. There's my acoustic. My Rock Band drums. Gaming chair. Our chairs that we sit in when we are gaming, those are leather recliner chairs that are motorized. You can see right here. Push it and it opens them. This pretty cool table that has a film look to it. You see right here. Kind of gives it like a film spindle. A Star Wars poster. A Go Spurs Go thumb, or full hand with a number 1. In case y'all didn't know, I am based out of San Antonio, Texas, so we are major Spurs fans. Another couch. And then the center of attention. This is a Vizio 70-inch LED smart TV. In case you're wondering, Pet Rock, how do you play those VHS tapes? Voila. There is my VCR. Picked that up at a Goodwill for about $2, I believe, $3. The subwoofer to my speakers. I have the Logitech THX speakers there. I do not remember the model name, but I will definitely put it in the description. There's my matted Xbox 360. There is the HD DVD player that the Xbox 360 originally had. It is not connected right now, but I will be connecting it. Like I said, we used to have that stand over there holding up a 40-inch, and we upgraded to a 70-inch. There is my Kinect. Another PlayStation 3, because yes, it is a game room, so we do play games of, very rarely we will fire up the PS3. As a matter of fact, we just played it yesterday. Me and my wife, we played a few rounds of Twisted Metal. A drawer full of cabling. A Wii, guess you would say first generation, since this is one of the first Wiis that was out there. The controller unit for my Logitech speakers right here. A Rock Band guitar, and a Lord of the Rings prop that came with the game. Bought my wife that game a few years back, and it came with a Lord of the Rings quill, and it also came with a bow and arrow. Star Wars Episode 4 movie poster. And then just some pictures we picked up at our Comic-Con that we have here. Some comics, obviously Batman. And then I did have Superman. I'm not a major Superman fan, but I threw him in there, what the hell. Some dice that we got from Vegas. A Tootsie Pop. This is our little retro gaming corner. Got a few chairs here we picked up from Target. Nice little comfortable chairs. An old school 24-inch, if I'm not mistaken, television. And the reason why we have the old school TV is Duck Hunt will only work, to my knowledge, on the big old school television. So, gotta play some Duck Hunt. So we went and purchased one of these at the pawn shop. I believe we paid like $8-9 for it. Heavy. This thing, I would argue, is heavier than that 70-inch beast over there. Okay. Here are some of our systems. We have a Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, controller right there. Original NES, works amazing, controllers. The Zapper. Have a few games in here. Remember I said I was a major Star Wars fan, so we have the Star Wars games on Super Nintendo. 1, Empire Strikes Back 2, and Return of the Jedi 3. An original Genesis system with the original controllers, the one that just has ABC, not the other one that has the original 6 or the 6 controls added to the bottom. Mario Brothers, a PlayStation 3 controller hub that charges them, and then our slew of games that we have for the Nintendo 64 and Super Nintendo. Some old controllers. This is a Nintendo 3DS case. Got a game case back here, NHL 94, still in its original box. Some old school Xbox games. We do have an original Xbox. It is down there. Our little fridge that's decorated with some Tetris and Pac-Man stickers. The actual pop-out ones we have, they are downstairs. Battleship game. Some original artwork of Galaga. See him right there. Hello. And some artwork of Adventure Time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps it up for this this tour. If you have any questions, don't forget, leave them down below. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up. This is Pet Rock Media, signing off. Peace.